Super Bowl weekend is coming up. This weekend, February 2nd, is the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Correct.
Who do we have winning the Super Bowl?
The Kansas City Chiefs are going to win, I think. I think that this is going to be, or at least a big part of this game is going to be quarterback talent. I said that last week and I'm saying it this week, and I think that Patrick Mahomes will absolutely outplay Jimmy Garoppolo on pretty much every scale because he is better. And I like Jimmy G. I like him, but he's not as good as Patrick Mahomes. I like Patrick Mahomes a lot more. So I think that Patrick Mahomes can honestly, on his own, win this game for the Chiefs. Of course, backed up by great coaching and a great defense and a great offense.
So I think that I also picked the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I believe that the key for them right now is their defense. If their defense can stop the 49ers run game.
You think the Chiefs, their defense is their key?
If their defense plays strong. Their offense, I think it's already set. They have the weapons, they have the receivers. Right. Travis Kelce, Mahomes. Their O-line is amazing. But the real key here is stopping the 49ers run game. Because the 49ers have a great O-line, they have a great D-line. Their D-line can clearly get to Mahomes at the snap of a finger. They're insane. They're a secondary too. The whole 49ers defense is great. The Chiefs defense has allowed under 16 points since Week 10. They haven't lost the game since Week 10.
Absolutely.
Now they're in the Super Bowl against the 49ers, which by far is probably the most well-rounded team in the NFL this season. Some people said the Ravens, some people even said the Chiefs, but I think the 49ers, their offense and their defense is all around.
I think the Chiefs are overall a better team.
Because of Mahomes or for a different reason?
Because I like the high-powered offense. And it's not even that high-powered, but I think it's more high-powered than the 49ers. And I know there's the phrase, defense wins championships. I'm not so sure anymore. I think
it's more of a shootout.
Transitioned into, big numbers, big games, which I have no problem with that at all. And I mean, the defenses can still make their big plays, but, I like to see Patrick Mahomes run around for 10 minutes and then throw
the Chiefs, they stopped Derrick Henry, who
had
200 yard rushing games against the Patriots and against the Ravens. Against the Chiefs, completely shut out, had almost 60 yards and a touchdown. Fine stats, not Derrick Henry stats. Right. The Chiefs were able to stop him. They've held multiple teams to under 16 points since Week 10. I think if they can stop the 49ers run game, which is none like I've seen in years, they will. Okay. They have the Super Bowl.
Well, Zach, what you're saying is defense doesn't win championships here, but the issue you have to take into place is the 49ers defense is an elite defense. Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes is really going to have to show.
So is the Chiefs.
I'm aware, but I think the 49ers defense is something unlike Patrick Mahomes has really seen thus far. And so I think you really have to take into account the fact that Patrick Mahomes is going to have significantly more pressure than he's had in previous games.
Yeah.
What Nathan just said is how the 49ers defense is something that the Chiefs have never seen before.
It's an elite defense.
It's an elite defense is what he's trying to say.
I know you couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Nathan said. But, I think that's true. But Mahomes has the power he has the arm. That guy can fling the ball 85 yards. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he has the talented receivers and the tight end. I think if Andy Reid and the Chiefs get going early, they cannot be down in this game. If they are down at the beginning in the first half, and the 49ers defense is stopping them, the game is already over. They need to take an early lead or stay in the game to continue to fight for the championship. But the defense is something.
They can't be down early.
They cannot.
In order for
they were down to the tight ends 10-0. They're the tight ends. They figured out Andy Reid's smart. They figured out how to stop him. But the 49ers are on a different level.
In order for an offense to win a championship, you need to be consistently scoring regardless. Although the Chiefs have an elite offense, if you want it to be like an entirely more than a shootout, then you need to make it so that you have consistent scoring throughout the game.
So what Nathan's saying is that as great as the Chiefs are, they need to improve consistency if they actually want to win.
Why am I being paraphrased?
As Nathan was saying, he says that the Chiefs, to win the Super Bowl, and any offense to win the Super Bowl needs to be very consistent, something that the Chiefs are not doing as great now, but if they do, they will be able to dominate this game, is I think what you're saying, right?
That's exactly
Great.
The big question, though, Patrick Mahomes, amazing quarterback, MVP caliber quarterback. He went out. He had one of the best seasons by a quarterback in the NFL last year. This year goes out with his knee injury, comes back, plays better than before.
Well, he's now one of only 3 players. He's, I think, the most recent since Dan Marino to win an MVP and go to the Super Bowl in his first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
It's not even sense
That's
to
it.
that.
Great.
Yeah, who's on that list of people that have done it? The 3, all of them ended up being, Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Dan Marino, Kurt Warner. So I think, does this mean that Patrick Mahomes is
I
going to
think
be
this game says
Hall of
something.
Famer
what
now?
I was going to say is Mahomes clearly MVP caliber. You see a bunch of sports reporters who say he's amazing, not the best. He's not in that GOAT caliber conversation yet, but he is on the track there. Jimmy Garoppolo, though, on the other hand, the 49ers offense is mostly going through the running game at the moment.
Yeah.
If needed, if the Chiefs, like I said earlier, can stop the 49ers run game, can Jimmy Garoppolo go and deliver?
Do I think he's capable? Yes. Now, he is going up against, as we said, a very high caliber defense, but I think that when it comes to it, he will be able to perform. If they, shut down the running game entirely and the 49ers are, forced to resort to the passing game, I think that with Jimmy Garoppolo, they have a very much adequate, no, not even adequate, but a good quarterback that will be able to do what's really important, and that is to take the offense down the field and score.
Came under the wing of Tom Brady. He knows what he's talking about.
Right. Maybe his stats aren't that crazy, but he is really able to lead a team. We've seen him lead, final minute drives to the end zone, and I think that is one of the most important qualities, and especially what could be a very close game. I think that it could be not high scoring, but probably middle scoring in the 20s and 30s.
I think to get back at what Adam was saying before, this is a really important game for Patrick Mahomes, especially considering this is a quarterback who's in his first years as in such an important game. You don't see a quarterback with such little experience in the Super Bowl as much as you do, especially with him getting his numbers. I don't think it's fair to put anybody in the GOAT conversation at all at this point. I do think this is a very important game.
They are both mammals, so
Thank you, Zach.
All right, so anyway, what Nathan just said is...
Are you just going to come out and just paraphrase me the whole time?
So what Nathan just added for us is that this game is important for Patrick Mahomes. No, he made a great point that this game is important for Patrick Mahomes. Was that about it? Was there anything else?
I mean, whatever.
So yes, that is all. That's all. He says that this game is important. The Super Bowl is important, just so you know.
I mean, that's reductionist, but sure.
Nathan's using big words, so we're just gonna pretend he didn't.
Let's not reduce my words.